Hello, guys. Sean Zinn, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor. This is a Facebook Live number 15 on the year. Guys, you have to start doing these things. And why? Because you're giving value, you're educating other professionals, other people, and you're building a following. And that's the key thing. Instead of just doing this and pitching product or pitching service, you have people that you speak and have conversations with, and you get those golden nuggets. And I have a guest that I'm very happy to have on tonight. I appreciate him bringing, you know, the information he's going to drop tonight with you because we're all going to grow together. Now, Scott Stein, let me bring him on for you guys. Here he is. We're going to clap it up for Scott Stein. What's going on, my man?
Hi, Sean. Thanks for having me on.
How are things going? I appreciate you taking some time out tonight and dropping some value. How's everything going?
You assume I'm going to drop value? That's a
You're
good start. Always positive, Sean.
Mm-hmm. You gotta. So, what is Can those that are watching right now, can you give them a little snippet of who Scott Stein is and what you're involved, what you're currently involved in?
Sure. So for business, I'm a small business broker. So I help people sell their operating business or franchise. And I'm a bit of a disciple of your group of mostly real estate industry. And
Hmm.
do you know why?
Why?
I like it because I'm starting this agency new last year. I used to work with my father a few years ago in the same industry, and I am marketing myself and operating very much like a realtor or a realty agency. So it helps to, hear how you advise people on their marketing, which works, I know, and to market similar. And actually, while I would love to say that the traditional referral sources of attorneys and accountants are great for me and they give me all my leads, no, they're very busy people. It takes a long, long time to get in touch with them. And people in the real estate industry have been excellent referral sources for me, somewhat to my surprise.
So I know this, but those that are watching, you're very highly involved in networking, and you go to a number of different functions. Why do you go to networking functions?
Okay, so now I am trying to compete with other small business brokers and franchise business brokers in selling all types of small businesses: plumber, restaurant, store, all kinds of service businesses. So I meet those people directly at networking events uh, and a number of referral sources at networking events. It's very helpful for me. I've enjoyed, it just so happens I've enjoyed a lot of those groups, and I'll tell you what those groups are in a minute. In the past, in my small businesses, when they were customers, like let's say I had a trade show for a certain kind of small business, and even the Chamber of Commerce might be good, although not as good as a trade association.
Right.
So, by the way, this is a hard time for me, mostly because in the mornings or in the evenings, I would often go to several times a week a trade association meeting or a trade show or conference, a Chamber of Commerce meeting, uh, a tech meetup. I'm trying to think of all the things. That might be the bulk of it.
You've
And
been to the connection machine mixers too.
the connection machine mixers are excellent. Like a trade association meeting or almost a Chamber of Commerce meeting, a nice combination. So I go to those meetings. It's helpful to me. And now there's hardly any of them. So I got to fall back on what I'm trying to learn from you.
You know, just a little I guess we'll spill some new things that are dropping soon. There's going to be a virtual mixer next week. Connection machine, uh, kind of like the real estate mixer that I do face to face. We're going to do a virtual one, a Zoom, and it's only going to be invite only, and it's going to be a select amount of people, and we're just going to provide value, just like we've been doing face to face, but doing it on a larger scale online, and it's going to be a
Why select
wonderful.
amount of people? Is there like a technology limit?
We're testing. We're gonna test some things
Okay.
out, and you could have, I think, up to probably 300 people. But I think what we're trying to do is try to have there's about 4 or 5 of us who are going to drop some value, educational pieces, so you gain some knowledge, and then we'll open it up to more of a networking thing. So if we have 300 people, it might be a little crazy. You know how the volume, the audio. So that we're going to test out and see how it goes. But I'll definitely have you there because I know it's a benefit for everybody. And why not? This is something that we all should be doing to better our business, to better ourselves, so we can communicate better, and it gets you out and doing things instead of sitting there sulking. Oh, woe is me. There's no business. If you don't have business coming in, you got to look in the mirror, and that's really the main reason why you don't have the business. You're not out and about and doing things.
To me, it's the wonderful extra or part of what you're doing. Hopefully, you have your sphere of influence. You have your current business or follow up on your prospects. I'm using my mojo that I got from other realtors in your group on how to get me started. For cold calling, I made a door hanger, like modeled after someone I know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one part of what I do.
That's important. The mojo, for those that don't know, can you explain a little bit about that?
It's a CRM, like you would use any CRM to keep track of your prospects or even customers, follow up, email, reminder when to call. But it's also a dialer. So if you are a cold caller and if you want quantity of numbers, I load in a database of businesses and who I don't know throughout New Jersey. Realtor should have a very small area of target, a farm. I have several counties, a number of counties, by SIC code that I like, certain business categories, and call away. And it works wonderfully.
Now, let's talk about this. Now, if you are someone watching, and we have a bunch of you on right now, I want to shout out to Michael Zerner. We have Ayana, Michelle, Monica. We appreciate you guys for joining us tonight. Please drop a comment below where you're watching from, what kind of business you're involved in. Drop a website, drop your cell phone number, and please hit the share button. We love the wow and the love button, but hit that share button and engage. If you have questions for us, please, we'll get back to you. Hashtag live if you're watching us now. Hashtag replay on the replay. Now, with that mojo and the numbers and the calls, and where do you get this data? Where do you find the data for those that are out there and wondering, maybe I should get involved with this mojo and have an automatic dialer for my business?
Well, it's easy for real estate or mortgage calling consumers. They get a list from the post office, scrubbed against the do not call list, just based on a fraction of a zip code. I forget if it's a carrier route code or zip +4 that they do a radius of where their office is or wherever area they like near them, and then they can call up consumers. For businesses, there is a category called compiled lists, which is basically whatever a business was listed in the phone book when there was a phone book. They were assigned a category. They had to pick one, and they're there, and you can choose it by county, town, state, radius.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So those that are out there, this is the way to go. If you don't like cold calling, this does the calling for you, and all you have to do is know your process and know how to talk on the phone. And the only way to get better at it is what? Practice, right? That's with everything. If you want to do video, I don't want to get in front of the camera. The more you get in front of the camera, the more comfortable you become, and you do it.
So, Sean, you have a group and a package where you can sell people. I have one or two, let's say, coaches or groups that I pay for business education and coaching. Mm-hmm. There is a Southern California realtor, Century 21 realtor, who I pay, who is one of the best in the country at cold calling and door knocking. And I don't know how many people in my business use him, but realtors use him. And that's one way to get leads.
100%. And it's a fear. Some people have that fear, but you just have to make sure you smile and dial. You have that mirror up, you smile. I like to stand when I'm in making phone calls. So it's, I feel more confident. I'm grounded. You feel the passion through the phone lines. But you have to make those calls, especially now. Everyone's home, right? This is a great time to make those
Speaking
calls.
of that, in what little social media chops I have, mostly on LinkedIn, getting better on Facebook, and only a tiny bit on the gram. Even I am getting nice engagement on whatever I do in the last 2 weeks, and I'm sure you can confirm that or expand on
Mm-hmm.
that, right?
100%. And it's not, what are you doing differently? What do you think you're doing differently?
Oh, just more activity. It's not posting all the time, but it's commenting more. It's reaching out to to friend or to connect more. And by the way, on LinkedIn, there's so much information that when I go to connect with someone, I give a pretty good connection message, like how I know them or what I like about their profile. And in the past, people would just accept me and then we both wouldn't get back to each other. Now, people are accepting and saying, oh, thank you so much. What do you like about me? Or how can I help you? And then I actually take the time and go back and say, oh, I thought I could help you with this. And then we're off and running. And social media is just more effective. I'm getting deeper into the relationships.
See, I like what you're saying there. You have to, and this is for everyone watching, you have to use social media to get to a messenger, to get to a text message, to a phone call, to a face-to-face, but we can't do that right now. But that's the process. So if you just do a post, call me to sell, help you buy or sell a business, you're not going to get it. But you're sending, you're doing posts, you're doing activity, but the messengers, you don't see. That's a behind the scenes thing that I am very great at. And I know that's where people don't realize. When you're doing those, how can I help you grow your business? They're like, oh shit, you're not calling me for insurance? No, I can care less about insurance. If I could help you take your business to the next level, you're going to help me. And if I can get you to get a couple extra deals here and there, I'm a goddamn hero. You're going to remember me all the time for insurance.
Sean, same for me. 9 out of 10 people who I talk to, I can't help in business. I can only wish them well. And referrals, same thing. I even get referrals, and then I have to, talk to the business, and it's not worth selling. I'll just tell them to grow it or wait 5 years. And it's a long-term sale, and I can only help a small percentage of people. I'm kind of good at who I know I can help. So all I can do is really connect them with someone else, increase their networking, do something like that.
See, that's another thing that's those that are watching. These are things you got to start doing. Scott just said what I do a lot as well. You help others by connecting others together. You're an influencer. You are a resource. So that if someone needs something, you're like, call me for everything.
I'm a tiny influencer.
You're getting there. You're getting there. You understand it. And it's just over time, it takes a little bit of time, being committed, persistent as hell, and consistent. And it always, changes the game.
Okay, so persistent is excellent. I'm persistent in following up on leads for myself, the good ones. But as far as everything else, I need to keep watching you because I don't post enough. I connect, and then I let the connection lie, and I don't comment enough, getting a little better. But those are the 3 things I'm trying to do, right? Connect, post, and comment. And I don't get to all of them enough, especially outside of LinkedIn.
I would also start doing, and this is a lot of you are making comments, and we appreciate you. Michael Zerner is watching from his house like everybody else in the country. Ayana, thank you. We have Michael Morley's on. My cousin Heather's on. John, I think Joachim, what's up, man? Robin Carter is on. You have to share other people, their content. If you share their content consistently, they're going to start sharing yours, or they're going to start taking notice of yours. So, for example, if you're talking about real estate agents, I never ask a real estate agent if I could share their listing that they promote on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. I just share the hell out of it, put it in all different groups, and they're like, wait, what the hell is going on? I'm using them to get exposure, but I'm also helping them getting leads too. that's the way to help others first, instead of just, I see it all the time. Mortgage guys recently, call me for a refinance, call me for a purchase, or I'll be in the office today and you can call me for a refinance. And I asked them, how many deals do you get from that post? They don't get anything. So why do those kind of posts? Ask questions. We talked about engaging others. Don't just make a statement, or a lot of you just go around and hit the like button or that love button. That's all you do. That doesn't do anything for anybody. Making a comment and actually asking a question, that makes the conversation go. And that actually helps the person that posts get more traction, because it keeps picking up into the feed again. That's a huge piece to having more engagement. When you're in the group, if you're in the group crushing video on social media, there's videos in there, but some people don't watch videos. They watch a few minutes of it and they turn it off. If they stay with us, like we have a bunch of people that have been staying with us for the 16 minutes we've been going, those are important people, because they want to grow. They want to know what we're going to share, because that's all we try to do is give important information. But watching a video for a couple seconds and then turning it off, watch it to the end. Help that person out. Gain some influence from whatever they're trying to teach you. And that's key for sure. Now with Scott, when you're, we're all home right now and we're trying to, we don't know when we're going to get back to normalcy anymore, anytime soon. How are you taking care of your health? I've been going on walks, drinking a lot of my gallon of water plus water every day, trying to, break up the monotony. What are you doing?
So I have to admit, I haven't been exercising as much. I have a little problem with my leg. I haven't been able to run, so I can only walk, and I'm not using as many calories. So I had to watch a bunch of videos and do this intermittent fasting thing.
Hey, anything that works. This is the time. It's funny. A lot of people in January, actually December 31st of last year, I'm going to go on this diet and I'm going to do this and I'm going to go to the gym, and people, they don't go, right? This is a time that you can actually improve your health. You can get out there.
Time.
Holy cow, right?
Now's the time to do Coursera, or I don't forget what the LinkedIn thing is called, and the competitor to Skillshare.
Mm-hmm.
I signed up because they had some good courses, and they have a special. I think they always have a special. First few months are free or $5.
Right.
And I'm watching some of those social media courses. Also, I used to go to the library a little bit. The journal I just bought the Wall Street Journal online for the first time. And also Biz Journals I bought subscription. That's the NJ Biz, Philadelphia Business Journal, Cranes, New York, those regional business magazines.
Mm-hmm.
And on that line, your library card still works. I didn't know if it did, to log in to the databases that that New Jersey State has paid for. Mm-hmm. One of them being the compiled business list, Reference USA, Info USA, which is great. You can download names, you can download consumer information, and now's the time to brush up on, your demographics of your area, or actual businesses you want to research and learn about.
Which I am impressed with what you're saying, what you're doing, and what you're putting out there. Because some people think this is a vacation.
Health-wise, I look the same. I don't look any better. It's a good thing I'm a business broker. The gray helps me. Looking older, less hair, maybe make me a better broker.
Let's talk about business. What was some of the positive things that I guess some tips and tricks that you've had in your past? Maybe a couple things that happened that you didn't really like, some negative situation that you kind of rebounded from. I would love to hear some ideas or things that you've come across in the number of years you've been doing this.
Who says I rebounded? I had some crappy businesses along the way. Lost a wife. She's still around. It's not my wife. Divorced.
Yeah.
Kids are good. But yeah, some trying times. Small business is a risk. A lot of people don't realize. I don't even want to talk about going forward. your real estate, your residential real estate is going to maintain a good portion of value. Commercial real estate, maybe not as much. Businesses, much worse.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and this is obviously an unforeseen event, but it will affect a lot of small businesses very much, as you can see in the numbers. But yeah, I've had some decent businesses. I've had some small ones. Do you remember the videos that I showed you?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Gonna have so what I'm behind on is podcast on business failure, small business failure, because I'm one of New Jersey's foremost experts on that. So I've had my own business failures in several different industries, and of course, I have friends who are the same or worse off.
But I'm sure the important thing is you learn, you reflect on what happened to you, and then you, in the end, grow from it. Or you actually you're helping others by getting into, that's a great idea as far as the podcast, and continue to do that because people need to know it's not always positive. You watch all these, fix and flips on HDTV, and everyone's making all this money. They actually should have the times that they don't make any money and what has happened, and like right now, what's going on. Some people are going to be losing a lot of money. What do they do? So that's a great, it helps build up and hurt. People are going to have that fear and they're going to get hurt. You have to learn from it so you can grow.
And that's why I just like to talk to the small business people all the time and advise them, connect them with other people, or every once in a while act as an agent to sell their business to someone else.
Mm-hmm. We have some more people popping on. Please hit that share button. Hit hashtag.
I can't see anything.
No,
I can't believe people are listening. Do you have any questions?
There isn't any questions at the moment. Guys, drop a comment. Where you're from, where you're watching us from, what kind of business you're involved in. If you have a website, if you have a cell phone that you're happy to drop in social media, which I'm not afraid of anyone. Call me anytime because I'm here to have a conversation to help you grow your business. We have Jennifer, we have Michael, we have Stacy. We appreciate you guys. Great segment and ideas. Thanks so much, Michael. We're always trying to provide value. And if you didn't get any value, you probably turned on us pretty late. So make sure you hit replay it and learn from what we're giving as far as the value. That's what we're important to do. And what our goal of tonight is to give value.
How you were on the Zoom platform, Sean?
Zoom, I enjoy. You know what I did last week? I was part of a happy hour that was on Zoom, and we played a game, and I forget the name of the game. It was actually Glenn Baker. He's a real estate agent in Boonton area. He's Mr. Boonton. Had about 12 or 13 people on, and it was cool. You had all the boxes, and then we all had a drink, and we played a game, and I forget the name of the game. It was a question, so it was like you were on the spot, and you had to ask. They asked you a question, and you answered it. Either it was going to be something, funny, or something, uplifting, or it could be sad and brings back memories. But it was something different. It was virtual. We had a happy hour. We couldn't really see, we could see each other. We couldn't shake hands, but we're communicating, having a good time. And with Zoom, there's some great opportunities as far as putting on webinars. Give the knowledge that you have up here. Don't be afraid to give it. People are saying, "Oh, I know all this stuff, but I don't want to give them my secrets." My thing is, nobody is going to do what you do. Nobody is going to take the action or implement. I chuckle all the time. I see people watching different videos, or they read books, or they go to workshops, or they go to Tony Robbins or Grant Cardone, but they don't do anything with the knowledge that they learn. So what did you just waste hours of your time or of your life and not even implementing? Come on.
You have a time for a quick story?
Go for it.
I've owned a bunch of small businesses, so people come to me and they say, "Scott, I have a great business idea. I can't tell you yet, or I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to tell you because it's so good, someone's could copy it." And my philosophy always is, if if the idea is can be copied so easy by anyone, it was never going to be a good business or never have enough of a margin. If you can't tell me, and you think I'm so savvy, I'm going to take your idea, and if you're too slow, I'm going to do it, and if, without any knowledge, I will be able to do it better and quicker than you. Then you were never going to make the money anyway.
Right. Right.
So many people tell me that. I laugh at them all the time. I say, "Fine, don't tell me. I don't want to hear it." You know, wishing you well.
No,
It's never going to happen, by the way. But
it's something else.
enjoy it.
But it's important. I always preach. You got to implement whatever you're doing. You're learning new things. You have to take action. Don't be sitting there. What if I did this earlier? What if I did that? A little bit sooner. Start doing now. This is the time. Focus on your family, focus on your health, focus on your personal development, focus on your business. So I know you can just, when this goes away, and it's going to go away in a couple weeks, probably 3 or 4 weeks. And yeah, it sucks. It's not a vacation, guys. This is the time that you're putting in and making sure, I hope it's over in a couple weeks, and we're going to get through it. And then you're going to be, if you're focused on building your brand on social media, it's going to be the place to be for those that are looking for your kind of business that you're trying to, the service and the product. If you're doing it right and not just spitting up on people, but you're giving value, they're going to remember you when they need your service or product.
I have my first Zoom meeting that I'm going to be hosting with another business person or interviewed by one of my Chinese friends who has a Saturday morning meeting. I'll put it in my profile if anybody cares. But the best part about it is, you can ask me.
It's free.
Well, the Zoom meeting is free, yes. The main promotion is from WeChat.
Really? What is that?
You know WeChat?
No.
WeChat is the WeChat is the Chinese app that's like WhatsApp.
Oh. Okay.
But it's in Chinese, and most of the people who watch it are going to be in are Chinese, and it's in Chinese characters. I only can read it a little bit.
Oh, that's gonna be something else. Oh, I have all of a sudden, for some reason.
All of a sudden, you have a Chinese audience now. You have people watching.
Look at the Chinese auction here. I have some people that the virtual mixer, Ayana. We're gonna have that soon. Definitely stay tuned. Michelle, remember Michelle?
Of course, she's wacky in the group.
Yeah,
a little saucy.
Yep. We have just giving some shout outs to. We have Michael Montalvo, someone you might want to connect with. Great guy. I don't know Tim Lehman. I like this. He's a home inspector. Do you know Tim?
I do not. I'm in Central Jersey, by the way.
Yeah, so he's somebody definitely to connect with.
Right.
Guys, using StreamYard, it's definitely. How was it setting up our live tonight for those that are watching?
You want me to share?
Yeah, just share whatever. It was a major. Well, it was bad, right?
No, we had a little preamble to make sure we were video and audio, and then up and running. It's fine.
It was simple. It's great.
Yeah.
Because some people call me, they're like, "How do you do a Facebook Live?" I'm like, "You can't do it direct anymore. They got rid of it in November of last year." So
is this what people? I think this is what people are using for LinkedIn a lot too, right?
A lot of people use this for LinkedIn as well.
Yeah.
It's a definitely great platform, so I highly recommend it. What are some final thoughts, Scott, that you would like to share?
Oh, no, just appreciate it. So I made in a studio one video that was like an intro for what I'm going to have for the podcast. And then I had another guy make me, with headers and footers, a video like a funny series about, making fun of other business brokers. So kind of because of that, I haven't made my own, with my own stupid phone, the easy way, videos enough. But watching your stuff is getting me closer.
Good. I'm hoping I inspire you and the other people that are watching.
The crushing video has all the content. You can be an idiot like me and pay a little bit and not use it, or enjoy it.
I'm telling you, there's people in there that never use it. There's people that watch, and I'm putting a lot of content that you don't get those that are watching right now, you're not going to get this content. So it's something that you might want to, take a look at and get involved with, because it's definitely helpful. It's valuable content. It's things that has helped my business, and I know it can help yours. So, Scott, how they get in contact with you?
Oh, sure. My cell phone is 973-449-4890. As you can see, I use my middle name because it's a popular Jewish name. There's several Scott Stein, so I use my middle initial L. On Instagram, I am Main Street Scott, and my best platform is LinkedIn, where if you connect with me, you can see my 5,000 or 7,000 connections. Maybe ask me a question about them. It's a combination of small business people, trade show models, strippers, and referral sources, accountants, attorneys, insurance, trusted advisors, etc.
What was that thing? Let's end on this. When we were at that event, the last mixer that we had with LinkedIn, you had a way to kind of pick. If you're on Bluetooth, you can find out who in the area is on, or you can.
Oh, okay. So at an in-person event, there's two great ways to connect with people on LinkedIn. The phone has, of course, you need LinkedIn and the mobile on the app on your phone. I'm gonna open up right here so I can make sure I can describe it well. In the search bar, there is a few boxes in the white search bar on top. You click on that, and it activates your camera, and you either look at someone else's barcode or you show your own barcode. Bam! You don't have to type in.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is a find nearby related to the people icon on the bottom of the screen, the two heads. And with your Bluetooth on, it searches the room or the conference room or the convention center and just brings up everyone. And then you can just tap, 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 assuming they're doing the same, and then you don't have to send a special request to them because they're having theirs on because they're probably open connection.
That's a great value right there. I mean, these are things that people, if they're watching these videos that we're putting out, it's important. So, Scott, I appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you.
Taking some time out tonight. Go back in and do a comment with all your contact information, Instagram, LinkedIn, so everyone can have one spot. They can just boom, boom. I'm going to get in front of Scott.
Okay. On your personal page,
you can have it. If you haven't shared it yet, I'll share it to your page. And as long as everyone's on, do it on my live. Yeah, comment on mine, on the bottom of mine, and it'll get out to everybody else, and we'll make sure that we continue growing together, and we'll definitely, hopefully, meet up soon. And I'll get you involved with that virtual mixer. I'm hoping it's going to be Wednesday. That's our plan, Wednesday next week. And I'll have a whole flyer and everything and an event.
That sounds almost as good as the lame speed dating events that I go to. Maybe it'll be socially helpful.
It's possibly, definitely, yeah, possibly can be helpful. So I'll give you a bump because we can't touch or anything else now. And hope to see you soon, my friend.
Great, thanks. Be good.
All right, Scott. Be good. There you have it, guys. That was the last, Facebook Live of number 15 on the year. I wanted to remind you, if you haven't already, you have to make sure you check out Connection Machine, because, let me show you here. Let me go here. A lot of you forget the opportunities. We're all about professional online and offline networking, right? The services that I can help you with. Guys, the only thing I can't really help you with right now is that book a vacation, because no one's going on vacation. But everything else here, I can help you with. And there's more that I'm adding to this. For example, if you need a dumpster, I have a hookup for you. So please use this. And also, and I've been talking about this recently, for the New Jersey Sharing Network, my online, the store anything you purchase in the store, $5 go to the New Jersey Sharing Network. If you were to buy a hat or buy a shirt and wear it in a selfie, wear it in a video, I'll donate $10 on your behalf. I appreciate anyone that can help in this cause. Any future events, go to the event register. This is where you would sign up. This is the last one we had in February. Any video collaborations, and if you're looking for insurance quotes for home, if you're looking for business, life insurance, go right here, fill out the forms. If you need digital marketing, videography, photography, drones, check it out as well. I hope you guys gained some major value with Scott and I tonight. If you're interested in getting involved with a future live, please reach out to me. Go to the connectionmachine.biz, go to contact, fill out the information, or go to my business card and do the same. You guys are appreciated. I hope you have an awesome night.